Welcome to Man Talk 133. This is what men unite. What's up, my boy?
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Ain't nothing to it, man. Ain't nothing to it, dog. So, how was your week, man?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. How about yours?
Man, wasn't bad, dog. You know, them early mornings, boy. Man, that
Yeah.
three for real.
Man, you don't never get used to that. At
That's
3 a.m.,
that three of
man.
that three a real thing, which bring me to this, bro. You
Hmm.
retired, so you ain't got to work.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you this: being retired, dog, what is a day like for you? Because I know, like,
Man,
I know you ain't out there in the road in the way and everybody else like the old folk. No offense
not
to the old folk, but
not yet.
not yet. So what's a day like, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just
But
having to do nothing.
believe it or not, man, my day rolled pretty quick, man. It rolls pretty good. I mean, my baby girl, she's still in middle school. So
Mm-hmm.
by the time I take her to school, and
Uh-huh.
then I come back home and do a few things, my errands or
Yeah.
whatever between doctor's appointments and stuff like that. Man, it's time to go back to the car line because it's a good thing that she's a car rider too.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that we have in car rider because there's so many bus drivers, man. They give us a message every day, man. Like this bus
Oh.
driver is out today or whatever. So
Uh-huh.
the bus situation is real bad. So
Mm-hmm.
my day like that for me, man, it's just like, man,
Just
this
chill,
trust,
basically.
yeah, trust and believe me, man. You think you chilling, it ain't gonna go like you think it gonna go.
Yeah. So people, when you retire, you probably gonna do a little bit more than what you think you
Yep.
gonna do. So let me ask you this though. All
Mm-hmm.
right, before you got retired, before you retired,
Mm-hmm.
what was it like or got older? Was it like a dream job that you want? Some job that you really wanted to do, or was just whatever?
Yeah. Well, actually, I had my dream job before I retired.
Oh, did you?
Like, cause when I was working out at Bridgestone, we was rotating.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you first
Yeah,
started,
that
yeah.
yeah, that first, second, 1 week of first, 1 week of second, 1 week of third, right? And
Uh-huh.
sometimes it overlaps through the weekends,
Uh-huh.
and then I was able to get before probably I think probably like maybe 2 or 3 years, I was
Mm-hmm.
able to move to the storeroom.
Uh-huh.
And the stores was like, that was called like it was the guys used to call me the UPS man,
Okay.
pretty
Do
much
deliveries
inside
all through the place.
through the place. Yeah. And we
Hmm.
like your guys, they will
Yep.
come out back up to the dock. We had to do all that stuff like that. So we pretty much had a storeroom where maintenance and all that stuff used to come get parts. That's where we stored all the parts, right? So that
Okay.
was Monday. That was Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, every
Hmm.
weekend off. I had never had a job like that, man. That was gravy.
Yeah.
But
I
but
bet.
like but on that side, man, as the years went on,
Uh-huh.
that delivery, I always wanted to work in delivery and maybe UPS and stuff like that. But we had to deal
Hmm.
with UPS, on the docks and stuff like that. So, and
Uh-huh.
by me doing that job, man,
Hmm.
it's a little bit more to it than people think.
Exactly. Exactly. So let me go back there. Let me go back. 'Cause what I'm trying to do is get the people to know us a little bit better.
Right,
So let me back up just a little bit. So you were in the Marine Corps.
right.
All right. So tell the people, tell the young people that's
Mm-hmm.
I was in the Air Force. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling y'all don't join the Marines. No, just so tell the people, man,
Hey, I
like
would
about
tell them. I would tell them.
tell them a little bit about that, man. How was that? Like, because every branch is different, man. You got like
Mm-hmm.
everybody call us the chair for us. We had the best dorms, the best chow halls, the dining facilities, the best. How
Mm-hmm.
was that? How was that for you? And would you recommend young people to go to it?
Would I recommend them to go to the Corps?
Yeah.
Well, well, if they went to the Corps, I would recommend that, because
Mm-hmm.
all the branches are pretty cool or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But it depends on what your job is, your MOS.
Uh-huh. And what you do?
See,
You was
see
infantry,
when I
right?
see, yeah, I was O3s all the way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's infantry.
Uh-huh.
So, so they don't really want no parts of that.
Wow. Shout out to the old threes. Y'all don't want to,
Yeah,
y'all don't.
yeah. There's some O3s out there listening right now. They know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Second
oh, shout out to
Battalion.
the old threes, y'all.
Yeah, second battalion, 8th Marines out of Camp Lejeune. Hey,
So, so
that
they know.
infantry battalion, yeah, they already know. That's world famous. That's world famous second battalion, 8th Marines.
All
And
right. So he's shouting y'all out.
yeah, but that infantry, man. So I was in infantry. But
Mm-hmm.
see, when you go, that's why I tell people, man, whenever you
Mm-hmm.
if you got a kid,
Mm-hmm.
your kid want to go to the military,
Mm-hmm.
always be sure to go down with them to the
Yeah.
recruiting station. Cause
Absolutely.
because I'm gonna give y'all a story how I ended up in the infantry. It ain't gonna be a
Uh-oh.
long one, but I'm gonna give you, and
You
you
go ahead,
already know.
dog. I
So
got one too.
back when I was in school in '87, we used to drive the school bus.
Yep.
So I got my recruiter. I never forget this guy name, Sergeant Griffin. Sergeant Griffin, I hope you still living and you hear me. But
How you screwed him, but go ahead.
yeah. So so I was undecided because I had actually had passed the test and everything. I was able to go
Uh-huh.
in January before I graduated.
Uh-huh.
Doing
Wow.
that Christmas break in
Uh-huh.
'87 when I was still in high school. When I thought after we came off of Christmas break, I ended up going back and take the test,
Mm-hmm.
ASVAB, passed it, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
So here I come when I graduate. Before I got ready to graduate, my man was like, I said, man, I said, I really don't know. I said, I really want to do supply or either
Mm.
motor T, which is motor
Uh-huh.
transportation, since I
Mm-hmm.
drive a school bus.
Right.
He
You
t-
already
he
know how to
tell
drive it.
Yeah, he tells me, oh yeah, what you can do is, once you get the basic training, he said, leave your contract open. And
Lord have mercy.
we didn't have nobody to guide us.
Yep.
No men, let me put it that
No,
way.
no men, yeah.
To guide us at that particular
Yep.
time. So I left my contract open and they guided me straight to
Infantry.
School of Infantry, Camp Lejeune, North
Shout
Carolina.
out to the old threes that got screwed into. Shout out to the old threes that because
If
I'll
you
tell you
ever
right
leave,
now.
if you ever leave your contract open, that's where they're gonna
Yes,
put you at.
that's is they even with the Air Force, they will
Yep.
try to put you in security forces. And I tell all the young people,
Mm-hmm.
make sure you know your job before you leaving. They when I
Mm-hmm.
went, they the lady wrote down some on a piece of paper. So
Mm-hmm.
she wrote it down on a piece of paper and slid it over to me. And I looked at security force. I slid it right back to her. I said, you can get something else because I already know what that is. Because I did my
Right.
research. And then, by you being
Mm-hmm.
in it and giving us the game,
Right.
I
Right.
already knew, make sure you know where you going before you leave. Don't do no people, young folk do not do an open contract when you go into the military. I know all the recruiters, if y'all heard this, you probably gonna be upset, but I'm just trying to help them out, Doc.
Exactly. And then, like I said, you can also all the parents out there if they taking their
Yeah,
kids, you can
yeah,
make sure you can look over that contract and you can sign that contract, have them
yeah,
sign a contract,
yeah.
of what you going. If you going in IT, you can do that contract. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's why a lot of times, man, I kind of recommend like some people, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if they feel like college ain't the thing for them,
Mm-hmm.
go to the military because
Yeah, yeah.
you like I said, you got IT and all this type of stuff
You
that
got
you can
all
do
that
just like
and you get paid for it.
yeah, and you get paid for it. And then, like I always say, when you come out, the 4 years experience,
Yeah,
or
already.
eight. It
Yeah.
depends on how long you stay in.
Some people retire. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can go in
Mm-hmm.
at 18, come out at 38.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mechanic,
Yeah,
mechanic or whatever, you
yeah.
know.
And now, when you were in there, because
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about retirement, you ain't really know
Mm-hmm.
about none of nobody business. But what's some of the toughest spots you'd have been? Shout out to the old threes again. Some of the toughest spots y'all boys been in that.
Oh man, I don't know.
Well,
I
you
done set foot.
anyway.
Yeah, I done set foot in Iraq, my
Oh
unit.
wow. Uh-huh.
So I think that's about the toughest outside of Afghanistan,
Uh-huh.
Iraq, all that run together. So northern Turkey,
Uh-huh.
southern Turkey, northern Iraq.
Uh-huh.
So I done been to all them places.
That's crazy. That's
You
crazy.
know,
And them boys over there don't play either.
no, they don't play. You
Yeah.
got to. And see, that's why I tell people, man, when I like sometimes, man, when I watch the the news now,
Mm-hmm.
And I think, man, we went wrong back in mm, I'll say maybe 2002, oh 03 or something
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
2003.
Uh-huh.
Reason why I say that is because when we went, and there's some old vets out there can attest to that. When we went,
Uh-huh.
we had Herbert Walker, Herbert Bush in there, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
The dad,
That's the dad.
that's the dad.
Right.
So back in 1991, we when we went over there, right?
Uh-huh.
And he told, when we went over there, they was like, look here, hey, y'all do what y'all need to do to come home
Yeah.
safe. And I
Hey.
got y'all back. But then after that, after the other cats started going over there, man, these guys trying to
Mm.
get, they're trying to charge them with war crimes, all kind of stuff, man. Like
Yeah.
it was one dude in Wilson that
That's
I
crazy.
was working with one of his buddies. I didn't know the guy personally because he was in '03, right? Of course, I was an
Uh-huh.
old vet, and the
Uh-huh.
dude was working with me. He said that was his boy. He went to school with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the guys, he was over there. The insurgents, whatever, fired at him, right?
Mm.
And so my man went in and took care of business, right?
Mm-hmm. Like he posed to.
Because he got fired on, right? Man,
Yep.
they tried to court martial my dude, man.
Wow.
And
I
then
know
once he
somebody
got
that happened to too. Real
Yeah, and once
talk.
he once he got back after he tried to get caught after he kind of got dismissed or whatever they did. When
Mm-hmm.
he got back,
Mm-hmm.
they tried to ask him, that he wanted to re-enlist. He was like, "Man, get out of my face, man."
Y'all try to court martial me there. Y'all
Right,
want me to re-enlist again, that? I mean, come on
man.
now. And you know what? Honestly though, the Marine Corps is a hard they hard nosed branch for real. They ain't no joke.
Oh
And
yeah.
but you hear a lot of guys that once they get out, they
Mm-hmm.
don't want to go back. They're like, man, I ain't going to re-enlist. I know a guy that he did 8 years. He
No.
said the exact same thing. He said he asked the lady, give me one reason why I should re-enlist after
Right.
8 years. He says, I just need one reason.
Right.
She couldn't give him not one. He says, now you see, now why do you think I want to go back and re-enlist? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
And they like I said, the uniforms fire, the boys tough and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
bro, like it's on another level because you get put
Oh
in
yeah.
positions that the average person ain't gonna get put in, and then if you
Mm-hmm.
restrict it where you can't make it back home, where you got to not fire on somebody just because, man,
And
that's
see,
a tough decision to make. I ain't
and
well
see,
for some people, it ain't for me.
right. And see, back then, like I tell people, man, see, back then, man, them cats were scared of us, man.
Yeah,
I ain't just talking about the core. Of course, they
yeah,
were scared of the core too. I'm talking about they were scared of us as the United States, man.
yeah, they were.
Like now, man, them people, man, like now, like man, forget y'all, man.
That's
Whatever.
exactly honestly
You know what I'm
back
saying?
then, bro. They were
Yeah,
terrified. You remember
yeah,
they
they were
was
scared of
them
us.
mugs was surrendering. They were like, "Here, bro, you can
Yeah,
take the weapon. Here you go." I just want to. They
yeah,
fall right in line. Now,
yeah,
man, they've been fighting in certain
yeah,
places for a long time, bro. And them folks still disrespecting, bro, doing whatever
yeah.
they want to do.
And cause I say it like this here, hey, I done been over there, so I'm gonna say what I'm gonna
Uh,
say, like, and what I
yeah,
mean by that is, like, it ain't no rules.
no,
If you, I know what they try to say,
it's
but it
not no
ain't no
rules,
rule.
bro. It ain't no
They go,
rules.
hey, it's kill or be killed. They gon'
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? So,
They gonna
and
use whatever they can use. Little kids, it don't
yeah,
matter, bro.
yeah, we,
And what it is. Hate to be like that, but it's what it
yeah.
is, dog.
Hey, like I said, for for the ones that's probably listening or get this video and
Hmm.
say, "Oh, he wrong, this, that, or whatever." They can't tell me I'm wrong. I lived it,
Yeah,
and I lived it, and while they was here,
exactly.
probably in high school or
Right,
wherever, or working in
right.
their office. So I done been over there.
And that's what I'm
You know,
saying. See, when you go to talking to people that got that experience, that's one thing you cannot dispute.
right?
It's the experience. I've been there. You can't say he looked at a video and
No,
reenacted it. None of
no,
that. Boots on the ground. That's where they
yes,
was at
sir.
over there. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain
Yep,
people that you just gotta when they talking, you gotta listen, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's what it
And
is.
I like I said, I know it might sound harsh to some people, but hey, like I said, it ain't no rules. Like,
It
or
ain't no
either you,
rules, bro.
hey, if they coming out firing on you, what you, hey, you got, hey,
What you
they,
gonna
you know,
do?
they gonna send you back home on a box in a box. They gonna be
A,
picking you up from the airport.
a pine box on top of
Yep,
that, bro. So I'm just
yep,
saying, young folk, before y'all make these decisions to go to the military, make sure, I don't care what branch it is, excuse me, make sure y'all don't have open contract. That's what we kind of basically saying.
yep.
And, I was Air Force. So my job was, I was smart enough to think that, hey, I get paid off
Right,
stripes, not the job.
right.
So, so when it's raining and cold and they out there training, I'm a 3A03 I'm information management. So I'm sitting there
Right.
watching them train in the rain while I'm cutting orders for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm getting paid on the
Man,
stripes.
man, we ain't like y'all.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, so you going well again? Okay, cool. Boom, 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 boom. Your per diem gonna be this, your blah blah gonna be that. And after they leave, I go get me an hour and a half lunch. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I mean, just what it was in the Air Force. That's why I think I ain't gonna say it's the most
Mhm.
retirees in the military branch, but it's either got to be the Air Force or the Navy.
I
They
think
got
it's
the
I think it
most.
I think they kind of tit for tat, that Navy and
Yeah,
that Air Force, yeah.
yeah,
Because see, like we like I say, every branch got every, pretty much
yeah.
everything. And like you saying, you was an admin in the Air Force,
Absolutely.
and see they had it in the Corps too.
Yeah.
So they might go out and do their little PT or whatever, but
Yep. Yeah.
like we had infantry. I mean, not infantry. Like we had admin guys that
Mm-hmm.
had their offices over there in the infantry battalion.
Yep.
So they come over there and work like you said. They punch in our stuff, our orders or whatever. Then
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they going like you said, hour lunch. They going back home and
Peace.
you know, yeah,
And that
you
used to
know,
be that used to make people mad. Like, yo, how long you gonna
yeah.
be
That's
in
why.
office?
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be
why I
here to
said
three,
we ain't
bro.
like y'all.
You're right. I'm here to three. If you don't get here by 2:45, you got to come back and see me tomorrow. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm
So
just saying, say it out to say, make sure y'all stuff right. Make sure y'all don't go in with open contracts. That's one thing we saying.
and one more thing on that, like you were saying with that administration, like some people
Hmm.
go, like I said, they go to college, they go to like I said, business administration, business admin or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
See they can do that 4 years and work,
Yep.
and they got 4 years experience
Yeah.
when they get out versus
Yep.
you doing 4 years of school and you come out, then you got to fight with the rest of the fleet to try to get a job. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's
That's
one
true.
way of
Cause
looking. That's one thing, good thing of looking at the military too. If
yeah. Yeah.
if that's what they want to do, but
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, you get paid for it. I mean, you
mm-hmm,
get diverse training because you may get moved to different bases. You may be here
mm-hmm,
for a little while, and you got to go to this one, big base, smaller bases, so you get diverse training on it and stuff like that.
mm-hmm,
And you deal with a bunch of different people. So you get instead of you just coming out of school with this 4-year degree with no experience,
right,
you know, the people that got the experience, like the military people, that's why a lot of people just hire I mean, they don't just hire veterans, but they just like, hey,
mm-hmm,
we're a
yeah,
veteran friendly company because they know they
mm-hmm.
got the experience. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
And
What it is.
one thing about that too, man, when they like, I'm gonna use your mo for instance, like the
Hmm.
admin.
Yep.
If you at Seymour, you working in the admin office.
Hmm.
If they send you to Pope, if they still open, I
Yep.
don't think they still open. I'm just using
No.
Pope anyway.
Yeah, it's open. Yes, still.
If
Well,
they send
no. Well, I think they Pope Army Airfields. I think they all combined. Whatever. There's
Okay.
some weird stuff they did.
But even if it was, you had your general orders, the marching orders to go. If they
Uh-huh.
send you to Pope,
Yeah.
you still going to another administration department. So you
Same thing.
still
Yep.
it's the same thing. See, in the difference with you and with me,
Hmm.
it's when they send me to damn neck Virginia
Hmm.
out there in Northwest and stuff like that. I'm still in the woods
You
training.
still in the woods.
When they send me back to Camp
Right.
Lejeune,
It
I'm
ain't funny what
still
I'm
in the
just
woods
saying,
training.
bro.
You know what I'm
Still,
saying? Rain, sleet, or
still out
snow.
there humping, doc.
I'm still in the woods humping, with my pack on and
Oh snap.
poncho on, trying to stay dry. It may be
Uh,
a
uh,
different name
uh.
now, poncho, but it was poncho back then. to
Yeah.
throw it across you or whatever to keep
It's
your
still
driveway.
Poncho.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah,
you know what
but
I'm
I'm just
saying. So
saying, it's still the same thing though. You still
yeah,
gotta go use that mud skin and all that stuff or them
yeah,
blisters.
yeah. See, we don't never outrun the woods. See, that's
You
what I'm
showed
saying.
up.
Y'all do, y'all good.
Absolutely, Doc. I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc. So let me ask you this. I
Hmm.
was reading some. What do you think the biggest threat is to men? Men's biggest threat.
The biggest threat.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give you a little bit health
Hmm.
wise. Health wise.
Oh man, it's like the biggest threat to them, man. To us, it's like we don't
Hmm.
want to go to the doctor. So I say, like, as far as like health wise, your
Uh-huh.
health in general.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
Like what particular thing? Like say like
I
go ahead. I
no,
don't
go
want to
ahead.
take your answer for you.
But no, because I was gonna say like that, like the prostates, the prostate
I
exams, and
thought so too.
yeah,
But it's
that's
actually
the.
heart disease.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually heart
Really?
disease. The heart,
Okay.
yeah. Heart disease is the leading cause of death in both men and women. And when I
Okay.
read that out, I was like, wow, I was like, really? Like heart
Right.
disease? Because I would think because prostate is so kind of hard to detect, and then most men don't want to go get it done.
Right.
I
Right.
thought that's what it would be, but now I said
Mm-hmm.
heart disease, man. And then I started thinking about it. You know what
Fried
it
food.
possibly could be? Yeah, because the way they eat, they don't get
Mm-hmm.
rest, they stressed.
Yeah.
I mean, all them different issues.
And then the stuff that we used to do is growing up, we take it for granted.
Yeah.
So now, like, what I mean by that is like you see just people like walking,
Mm-hmm.
and now they'll tell like how they tell you to get your, I guess lower your cholesterol and
Yep.
you get your stuff straight. It's just
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes, only 30 minutes of brisk walking.
That's
I
what they
mean, you can
say.
jog, you
Yeah.
can jog, but I mean, it's just like that's like something simple that we used to do as kids or young people, and we ain't
All
even
day we
take
ran
for
all
granted.
day.
Yeah, didn't even think none of it. So
Yeah.
you know, and
Now
now
it's
we just now we just eat and lay back.
eat and that's it, dog. Rub your
Yeah,
stomach, dog.
yeah, man.
Especially after church on Sunday, dog.
Man.
Everyone going to go to corral and pack out the Mayflower, dog, and go
Yep,
home and don't do nothing. And
yep.
then
And the,
go ahead. No, go ahead. You
oh
go.
no, the reason why I said prostate too is because, but I
Hmm.
just thought about that. It has gotten better.
It had got
The
the
prostate,
technology.
yeah, the prostate, like guys used to didn't want to go like, man, I ain't, letting them, do the exam on me, this and that or
Yeah.
whatever. So they would miss it. But see, it has gotten better. Now they can detect it in the blood, your blood
That's
work
what I
now.
was about to say. In your blood
Yeah.
work. Now that helps
Yeah.
him out a lot. Because I'm be
Mm-hmm.
honest, the doctor had to tell me, he was like, you ain't got to do yours until I think at the time was 42 or something or whatever it was. I was
Yeah.
38. I was like, yeah, you can go ahead and handle that, bro. He was like,
Right.
you sure? I was like, yeah, ain't hurting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Right.
it ain't hurting nothing. So why don't you
Right.
just go ahead and hook that up? So me and y'all get on that and stop playing around with y'all help, especially them truck drivers, the ones that just sit there and just
Mm-hmm.
eat all day and
Mm-hmm.
drive. And then
Right.
they get where they going and take a nap and get up, eat, drive again. And
Cause
they
that's
wonder
your
why they
field, right?
300. Yeah. And they wonder why they 300 pounds. You
Right.
can't even get in and out the truck, dog. They got to roll out. Got to,
Right.
I'm like, bro, just
Right.
do your thing. Just make sure, bro, it don't hurt like you said, what, 30 minutes a day?
Yeah, they said 30 minutes is good, good
Yeah.
30 minutes of walking or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll get your heart rate up. I
Uh-huh.
think they said like anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week. They said a lot of times they try to say don't overdo it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing I saw too, the most talked about thing amongst men is money. That money, dog. And
Mm-hmm.
and I think, and my reason why, I'm gonna ask you why too. My reason why I think is because we naturally providers. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And we, have to make sure we got money coming in because people got to eat, dog.
Man,
They
they
got
got
they,
that's that security, man. You
yeah,
got that money, you know what I'm saying? That's that
yeah,
security, like if
yeah,
like all of a sudden uh something happened to your car,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you gotta go to Johnson Lexus, they ain't gonna play with you.
They ain't
So
friendly when you go up there, doc.
so you got the money, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
If you got your money straight, when you
Yeah.
go there, when you go there, you get them straightened out or whatever.
It's
But if you
easy.
ain't, but if you ain't got that money, that's when that stress gonna hit you.
That when it hits you, like, how I'm gonna get this car out of here, bro.
Like,
They talk about
man,
it gonna be they what they saying is gonna be like 800. But if I
yep,
leave with it, they say it may break down the road. So I got to try to figure out how I'm
yep,
would just let them fix it. And then they said, well, hey, if you leave it here for 2 weeks, after 2 weeks, we start charging storage per day. Now you adding
right,
to it. And then the stress start going up and up and up. And you sitting there like, bruh, how then now you go looking for somebody to try to fix it. And then you can find it cheaper, but what if they mess it up? Now you got
mm-hmm,
even more problems. You still got to take it up to Johnson Lexus. So is it like I ran through all that real quick, y'all. That's the stuff that people be thinking about, like you know what I'm saying, like, bro,
right,
you even if you let's just take Johnson Lexus out of it. Let's just take the Chevrolet place or the Ford
yeah,
place. You still you still got to pay. It ain't you take it there, they're gonna be like, man, it's gonna be like
yeah,
just to get that one little thing fixed, it'd be like 600. 600,
yep.
yeah, 600, bro.
Yeah, and all of them, run the same pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, per hour.
I use Johnson Lexus because I know you don't live too far from there, so that's
Yeah.
why I use that. But
And I had
but
to
I'm
go see
saying,
them Negroes too a lot. Not a lot, but I'm saying the oil change guy.
right,
Well, we got like three of them, so I got to get oil change.
right. Oh yeah, they love to see you. They love to see you
Yeah.
coming.
Hey, Mr. Whitaker, how are you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
But for the most part though, man, like you said with that vehicle maintenance, man, now it's
Yeah.
like they be like they come out with the ticket. That's anywhere.
Anywhere.
350. Like it ain't nothing. They be
Like
like
it
they
ain't
come out.
nothing.
Yeah,
Like you
man. You know what I'm
supposed to
saying?
have it.
Right. So see though, that's where like you said, that's where the stress come in at with if you ain't
With
got
that
it,
money. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You don't get paid to next week,
Yeah. And
but you
then
got to
not
get the car fixed to get you to work.
get you to work. And not to mention, you talking about these, people that try to impress people. They
Mm-hmm.
go on I'm just use a date, go on a date, or just
Mm-hmm.
even in church. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? No, you ain't got the money to buy the suit, dog. So why you got to go get a $500 or $1,000 purple label for who? Can't nobody see us a purple label. It look like to me you got it from Ross. You know what I'm saying?
See?
I'm just saying, like you can
See?
get, bro. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all little dudes a little secret. You
Go
could
ahead.
go right down to Macy's and
Yeah.
get you a Kenneth Cole for
Right.
catch them on sale for $99. If you need tailoring done to it, go get your tailors done. Ain't nobody gonna know the difference. Whether it's a
Right.
purple label, whether it's tailor, because all they do anyway when you get it tailored, get your measurements, pull the size in, chop the sleeves, pull the back. That's all they
Mm-hmm.
do. And that's the same thing they do at a tailor. So just to save y'all, I don't know, $1,200, dog. Just go to go to Macy's, dog.
Man,
Catch them on
I'm
sale.
when you say that, man, a lot of people kill me, man, on a name.
Yeah,
Like they kill me on a name, man. And this is it's wild that you say that,
I'm telling you.
and
Money,
and
boy.
and like for me, like go back, like you said with the young bucks, for me with like even with the shoes,
Yeah.
like I'm a retro type dude. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? Like, I might rock some old school felines or something like that. They gonna
Mm-hmm.
be tight now, but with
Yeah.
what I'm wearing, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. Yeah.
but and reason why I bring that up is because
600.
like some people be like they got to have Jordans, man. Like
And then not the cheap ones. I'm talking about the
yeah,
$600, $700 a pair ones, the custom miles joints, bro. Look,
mm-hmm,
I got some too, but I ain't pay no $600, $700. Some people pay a thousand
right,
dollars for a pair of sneakers and wear them one time.
right,
The mentality is if I wear them more than once,
mm-hmm.
people gonna be like, hey,
But the climate they in though, and the,
yeah,
and the, and the people
that's
they hang
true.
around,
That's
they gonna
true.
get. Hey man, that's all. That's the only pair you got, ain't it? Like they
Yeah.
gonna get called out. You know what I'm saying? But see,
Back in the day, we used to
but
do
see
that.
you, yeah, but
Wear
see,
them
I
every
always,
day.
yeah, I always been a running shoe type guy anyway.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Other outside of have some basketball shoes, the ball, and some some mid cuts, high cuts, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I always been like a running type shoe guy. So
Uh-huh.
I never owned a pair of Jordans. I
Yeah,
never,
man.
never
I
bought them.
got two. Let me see. I got two pair. Both of them were birthday gifts. I saw them. I was like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
them yellow ones fire. Next thing I know,
Right,
they was at the door. Keisha bought them for me. Then
right.
the other ones, I think the cool grade, the threes,
Mm-hmm.
got them from Jordan. Jordan, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So Jordan, not Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
y'all, but my son Jordan. They were like, nigga, you don't, oh, my bad. Like,
Yeah.
y'all don't,
Well, you
my
was out
bad,
there
y'all.
for a minute,
Oh,
won't
yeah.
you?
Wait, I pulled it back, dog. I pulled it back. So let me ask you something, what, how old you be this year? 56, 57?
56.
All
Well, I'm
right, so
55 now, so I'll be 56 December.
so let me ask you this. The older you get, do you
Mm-hmm.
think more about your health? And this is a drastic question
Mm-hmm.
about the end of the road, doc, the older you get.
Sometime I do. I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometime I do, man. I'm like, I don't know
Yo,
how much long I got.
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so I'm
Cause see, you start seeing a lot of people, even though they're younger, that's
right.
going away. You
For
start seeing a
real,
lot of
bro.
people, man, like a lot of people start leaving, man. Like
For real.
that's like in the like say like on 50, right?
Uh-huh.
So 50, mid 50. So like, people that mom's age, really mom, like she was talking about that, a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And she was talking about some people, right? She was like, man, she said, wow, she said, they ain't here no more. So
Right.
it's almost like that whole group right there. It's like mom
Gone.
is the only one standing.
You see what I'm saying? Out of the whole little group of people she used to kick it with, the only
Right.
one.
So right. So now I'm looking like I'm next.
You see what
You
I'm
know,
saying? So I was asking that question because I was like, some people like they do and they don't. They don't think
right.
about the older people. And you think about if you 56,
Mm-hmm.
imagine how the older people feel. Just
Man.
think about what they think about from day to day to day to day. The fear that the devil put in
Yeah.
them, doc. You think about that. Like some of them don't even want to go to the hospital because they feel like they may not come back home.
Mm-hmm.
Think
Well,
about that, bro.
I heard some old people, not them personally, but
Mm-hmm.
I heard some people, kind of, I guess people that was kind of been doing some comedy on them or whatever. They
Mm-hmm.
were saying that that's why a lot of people, a lot of old people, they said
Uh-huh.
that's why they said that's why they wake up early, like
Right.
they do. They wake up 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, like, oh, I'm still here. You know what I
I'm
mean?
so,
Like, yeah,
I gotta leave them motherfucker alone now. But
yeah,
it could
man.
be true though.
I hope I make it there. I
I'm
hope I
trying
get there. You know what I mean?
I'm trying
So
to tell you though, but these questions, man, like, you know, like I said, we just up here just talking because
yeah, we just chopping it up today.
all these questions that I have, dog, that you got to ask people that's older. Like, for example, I
Yeah.
don't have no daughters, none, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, as a father with three, all right, three,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep. And a
How,
granddaughter.
right? So basically four.
I get,
So
yeah, basically 4.
if if your daughters are disrespected anyway, you find out. How do you keep from going off, dog? Because I ain't got none, and I'm just like, cause it's a different level that you know what I'm saying. That
Mm-hmm.
you probably would go to with the girls versus the son.
Right. And it is. And see, luckily, or should I say, fortunately,
Yeah,
that I haven't had to experience that.
yeah.
I did one time. I
Uh-huh.
did one. I did one time. I had to go down to Winston Salem State
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
one time, and take care of some stuff.
Yeah.
But the guy wasn't in the area. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean?
So
He
you
wasn't
didn't have
around.
to you had to
Yeah, he
tighten up
didn't.
on nobody.
Yeah, once they told him that that I was there, I wanted to see him.
There you
He
go.
didn't. Yeah, it was but other than that, and that was probably about maybe 4 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. So this kind of outside of this kind of under the board under the bridge or whatever. But
Yeah.
outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't had to faced that really like that
Right,
yet.
right, right.
And then another thing too is um they always go ahead and let them know.
Up front.
Yeah. And then, if
Let 'em-
I meet them or whatever, they already know, like, hey,
yeah.
yeah, so
Don't
yeah.
try it because he crazy. In other words, like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, because I asked that because, like, you know, I see like videos. I saw one
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of like it was an older video. You may seen it where the
Mm-hmm.
guy was fussing with this girl,
Mm-hmm.
and next thing you know, he threw her through a wall, into a
Oh
wall,
no.
like through it,
Mm-mm.
and then nobody there said nothing, right? And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
thinking like, and I probably know what it is. The dad may not be active, or he just
Right.
don't know. Because I would
Right.
imagine if somebody come home and say somebody threw somebody into a wall, that
Well,
you know what I'm saying, it would be a totally different outcome.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right there, cause they they already know that first that they can't happen like that, and then
Yeah.
two, they know that
Mm-hmm.
they can't tell me.
Right.
I'm gonna have to find out, but they already know that they're gonna have to keep it away from me as long as
For as
possible.
long as they can. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, bro.
So
Cause
yeah.
that's a serious thing. And like I said, I got sons, so if you get angry about your sons, it's a different level.
Mm-hmm.
With the daughters, like you just see absolute red. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Oh yeah.
right. So, and then you talking about you got the youngest one, and then
Mm-hmm.
you got the those are the youngest ones that
Mm-hmm.
got to go through that. Go
Yep.
not go through, but go age up and start dating and stuff like that. And bruh,
It's gonna
I
be a little worse now.
yeah,
It's gonna be
but
a little worse now with especially my one in middle school.
yeah, yeah. Well, now I pray that it don't, cause they don't really know. To the dude, what school she go, try to give him a shout. And I'm just let y'all know.
Red Oak Middle,
Red Oak
Red Red Oak Middle School for
to
all
the
those out there.
to the young dudes at
Yeah,
Red Oak Middle. Do not play around.
yeah,
I'm,
so.
I'm just
And that's what
saying,
I and
man.
that and that's and that kind of alluded back what I was, because like I said, we just chopping it up this week. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. I
We
ain't
just
got
out
nothing to
here at the
talk
barber
about.
shop.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
so it's just like when I saw that video, this a different topic, but it's kind of like the
Mm-hmm.
same scenario, right?
Uh-huh.
Like that video. I think I sent you a video. I sent all the guys a video last week too, with the young boy when he slapped that teacher.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You said it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And see, that's exactly why
Whew.
I think I said that on a couple of videos back a month or two ago. That's exactly why I
Yeah,
said that I'm gonna put them on World Star.
for sure.
Because see, like you said, they can always say, "Oh,
Yo,
well,
bro.
he could have restrained himself, you an adult, this, that, or whatever." Bro, I'm
No,
telling you,
sir.
I'm not letting nobody, no kid, come and punch me in my face like that, man. The teacher
And then
didn't even
not
move.
once, but twice.
Yep. So then that's what I'm
Twice.
talking about. That's what I going right into what we was talking about. See,
We.
those type of guys right there,
Yeah.
in a lot of most cases, those are the type of guys that our daughters got to deal with. Well,
Yep.
the people that got the younger daughters
Yeah.
coming up,
Yeah. They got to
that's the
deal
type,
with it.
yeah, that's the type of guys they got to deal with.
And that's the
You can't even trust these guys to take your daughter to the like they supposed to be trying, like say for instance, like they trying to go to a dance or something.
yeah.
You can't even if you're gonna bring my daughter back home or what?
You see what I'm saying? Like back in the
Or
day, you get the whip, you go to the dance, you come back
mm-hmm,
because Enfield was jumping. Then you park on the strip,
mm-hmm, yeah,
sit in the car. So now, bro, ain't no telling. It's just another totally different like animal right now. You
they
just
might
got to
put
be on your P's and Q's.
yeah, they might take your daughter and put in a trunk now.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something right now, Doc. It ain't no telling what they might do because
Mm-hmm,
it's now, man, that they hopeless. They don't have no kind of
yeah,
guidance, no kind
mm-hmm,
of they ain't got no future to look forward to. They ain't got nobody talking to them. So
Mm-hmm.
men in y'all communities, y'all start talking to these young guys, man. I mean, they need some guidance. Stop
But
acting like you a pimp or a player, and
mm-hmm.
then because all they're gonna do is mimic what they see. That's it.
Right.
They're
And
gonna
the
mimic
piggy
it.
and the piggyback off of that too, the women got
Mm-hmm.
to let the reins go.
Yep.
They got to let the ropes go cause you always hear the same old thing. My baby ain't done nothing to nobody.
Yep.
And they know that boy Turbo is all get out.
Or
They know
terrorizer.
they know that. They know that. Then as soon as somebody put some hands on, then
Yeah.
it's your fault.
Yep. That you shouldn't have done that, but I'm just saying, he
Right.
terrorizing the neighborhood. He'll look. What's a little boy name? What's the little thing? Damien. That's his name. He a little
Yeah.
Damien, cuz
Right.
he is in the house. He telling you to shut up in your
Yep.
own house.
Exactly.
And then when he go out there and somebody catch him at the 7-Eleven and drag him
Mm-hmm.
all the way through the store, now it's the dude's fault for
Yep.
dragging him. Cause when you send
Yep.
me a video on that too, I'm just saying, I ain't,
Right.
all I'm just saying, like you said, women, y'all gotta let it go. Y'all gotta
Gotta
stop
let it go.
babying them. You gotta stop babying them. And men, y'all gotta talk to them cause we talked about coaches too. Shout out to the coaches that do that
Yeah.
and the men that
Mm-hmm.
do that. But the ones that
Mm-hmm.
don't, they just mimic it, man, what they see. They
Yep.
see a player,
Exactly.
they think it's cool. They're gonna do the same thing. 90% of the guys I see when I go through the hood, they pants sagging. They got to walk either holding one of them up, side
Mm-hmm.
up, or they got the belt so tight that it's around their waist. You can see all the underwear. I'm just saying, what's the point?
Yep.
I don't know the point in it, but I'm open to for somebody to tell
Right.
me if you want to drop in a comment or something. That why is that acceptable and why do y'all do it? Because I don't know.
Right. And
I'm
it's
just
okay to put, it's okay to put on a button-up shirt.
yeah. You got
You
one
know what I'm
on,
saying?
Doc.
Look,
Smooth
yeah,
too, Doc.
look
You see what I'm
presentable.
saying?
Yeah, it's okay. Appreciate that, bro. It's okay. you know, it's okay to put on a button
It's
down or
okay,
button up or
dog.
whatever, and put you some loafers on or something, and
It's all right.
it's
It's
okay to keep
okay.
put, nice pair of pants on, jeans or whatever with the belt on or whatever to look presentable. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially
It's
if you're
okay
going
to
to
look like that.
especially you going to an interview. Why would you go to an interview with some Crocs on, bro,
Right.
and a t-shirt? And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying, like, it's things like that we that they had not been taught. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm.
obvious that they don't have the right people in their circle just teaching them, like, hey, hey, maybe you need to
Mm-hmm.
go to the interview. Maybe you need to put like you said, a button down on, put some
Yeah,
jeans, tuck your
it's
shirt
all
in,
right.
whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then but the problem is, one of the problems I think is that
Mm-hmm.
if you think about it, man, you got grandmas now that are like 30 years old,
Oh yeah.
right? You think about
Mm-hmm.
it. Say, like, for example,
That's true.
if she have her child at 15, by the time
Mm-hmm.
she turned 30, her daughter 15, then she had one.
Mm-hmm.
So now at 30 years old, you're a grandparent. You know what I'm saying? You sitting there trying to figure out, like, bruh, how did I get into this, bruh? 30
Right. And
years
see,
old.
that's what I was gonna say a few minutes earlier. See, it's kind
Mhm.
of like what you talking about. It's like these kids are the PlayStation babies
Yeah,
that's having
exactly.
babies.
Exactly.
And see, that's all
Exactly.
they had was PlayStation,
Mm-hmm.
or Sega Genesis or whatever. And that's all they knew. Their moms kept them well grown.
Yep.
They got everything they wanted.
Yep.
They was never told no, they can't have. You can always have this. I'm gonna always give you
Mm-hmm.
this, and this. Never told no. Now
Never told no, bro.
they having kids. They
Yeah.
told it they got the same mentality, and it's kind of trickle down effect. So now can't nobody tell nobody nothing.
Nope. Think about
And when
that though.
yeah, can't tell nobody nothing. And when you do tell them something, you in the wrong.
You in the wrong, dog. Think about, like, go back to where we from. You think about the projects, they got generations of people
Mm-hmm.
still staying in there. And,
Yeah,
I've been gone well over 20 years, bro. Almost
yeah,
coming up on 30, and
yeah.
they still in there.
It's like they
Like,
passed it. It's like they passed it down.
yeah, generational
Pass it,
generational
pass it
curses
down.
is real, y'all. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Like with
And
us with drinking and stuff, you know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? That was passed down and we just had to
Yep.
break it because now I don't drink.
Yeah.
Jordan don't
I
care
don't
nothing
either.
about drinking.
Right. I
You know what I'm
don't drink
saying? Yeah.
no more. And like I said, Quan, he never really cared about it either.
You see what I'm saying? Because we
So
broke it. We broke the generation of curse. But you was about to
right.
say something?
Oh no, well I was saying too, like what you was going back to alluding to about the with the guys with the dressing.
Uh-huh.
It's okay to dress. And another thing too, I know they probably, feel some type of way about that, but don't get ready to say too, but it is what it is.
Say it, dog.
When you get your hair, it's
Uh-huh.
okay. It's okay to wear your braids or your dreads or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but go get them tapered, however they do it, line it up or
Get
whatever.
them cleaned up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Be presentable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay to get it's okay to have a nice taper fro, or if that's what you like, or a
Yeah.
nice haircut or whatever.
Yep.
Like you just gotta just be neat. You know,
Just like Jordan.
keep yourself neat. Yeah.
Jordan keep his fly. Now, one thing I say about his, now
Right.
he keep the edge up done. He keep them
Mm-hmm.
twisted up or whatever. I think they
Right.
retwisted or whatever. Be smelling
Mm-hmm.
good. Cause I told him, I said, if you gonna grow them, bro, I don't want no smelly head, dog. You gonna have to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? You got to really do something with that. And
Mm-hmm.
so he asked when he grew him out, bro. He keep him edged up, you know. Shout out to James. James, we still hooking him up, you know,
Okay.
cause he still
That's
be
right.
getting him right.
He's still getting them right.
He's still getting
Okay.
them right, man. So yeah, shout out to James. James at Paul's Barber Shop. If y'all listening, go check him out.
Oh
Well, we
yeah.
getting everybody plugs. Hey, we
Yeah, man. Hey.
get everybody a shout out, dog, for real. Won't even care, doc. You know,
Right.
I don't even care. But yeah, hey, listen, we want to thank y'all for joining Man Talk 133. So until next time, we out.